So yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for having me here, and Hidenori. We are going to deliver the presentation on cloud native spatial data ecosystem in the rise of the National Geospatial Data Center of Timor-Leste. So the names are down there. Yeah, Mr. Dinis is a contributor as well. Myself, Ernesto, and Hidenori. For those who doesn't know Timor-Leste, where Timor-Leste it is, it's sometimes they call it East Timor, but it's just a translation. So it's between Australia and Indonesia. So it's a half island country. It's a tiny island. Just skip this. So I'll just introduce the whole the CNDG itself, and then Mr. Hidenori will deliver the presentation on cloud native. So the CNDG is it's in Portuguese, Centro Nacional de Dados Geoespaciais. It's kind of the National Geospatial Data Center for Timor-Leste. We have two departments. Actually, the CNDG is just established in 2020, so it's really new to this geospatial thing, to this geospatial technology. So in this, under the CNDG, we have two departments, which is mainly focusing on two different activities. The first one is mainly for basic data, preparing basic data, and the second one is for databasing all the data in CNDG. So the projects that we are currently working on is the GNSS course and the Geospatial Information Center. That's are the projects that we are currently working on. In 2014 and 2015, we conducted a LiDAR survey covering the whole country. The resolution was, the LiDAR point cloud, the resolution was 1 meter. It's covering the whole territory. And we also have RL imageries with 10 centimeter accuracy. It's also covering the whole territory. But since 2014, 2015 until 2025, I think it's like already outdated, so we might need to update them. And we also some digitized vector data set. Regarding in 2022, we established GNSS course for the whole territory because the country is small, so only 8 is about to covering the territory. But yeah, we still have some gaps to complete in the following years, like in for a sparse correction. I think it's enough, but for more accurate correction, I think we still need to work on this. Currently we are still directorate, still institution under the Ministry of Planning and Strategic Investment. But in the future, we are planning to be an independent agency, so for the mapping agency for the Timor-Leste. That's the main target of CNDG. So by having this, we hope that we can provide more accurate data to the public and accessible data to the public so that everyone can use it in the country. Currently, we also have a project with JICA, which is the topographic mapping. The project name is Capacity Development for Topographic Mapping for Proper Land Management. It's currently ongoing, and it's implemented by both JICA and CNDG. The scale is 1 to 5,000. So the first pilot project it will only cover in like 140 square kilometers, and then the rest, the total is 310, but the rest will be conducted by CNDG. So the JICA will purchase the satellite imagery, and the CNDG will conduct all topographic map for the rest of 310 square kilometers. The project is spanned from 2025 to 2028. And currently we are still working on the sample data. It's 60 square kilometers, and ground control survey, it's already conducted, georeference in works, conducted already. Yeah, so this is the sample map. It's 1 to 5,000 map. The contour is 1 meter interval. And yeah, I think the next slide I'll hand over to Hidenori for.
Okay. Thank you, Ernesto. So, yep, we are collaborating with CNDG, implementing the newer version of the geospatial information in Timor-Leste. So the main focus of this project is producing the kind of latest version of the geospatial information, plus capacity building on the development of geospatial information. And the target output will be like PDF map, probably, which is really great for implementing in the plotting in the paper form. And so JICA is committed to implement this project. And in addition, we are trying to add some digital part as a research project. So as JICA, we are implementing the technology development project, and in addition, some research project on the use of cloud-native geospatial information. So if some of you are in the last session from 2, in our initiative, some of our initiative is trying to make use of small PC, Raspberry Pi, to host the geospatial information in pmtiles format using Cloudflare, so that some geospatial information packaged in pmtiles can be hosted from home network, even from home network. And in this research activity, we are trying to make use of this technology for the project data under development with CNDG, with JICA consultant. So in order to implement this technology in a really open manner, with our colleagues in CNDG, we created the GitHub organization for CNDG, and we implement some web maps making use of 2 different data. One is actually OpenStreetMap data for demonstration purpose. So this is a kind of a different version of base map, but we are making use of OpenStreetMap for demonstrating what can be possible if we can make use of cloud-native technology. And the second one, after some development in our technology development project, we created some sample data, and we make use of this sample data to make sure that the geospatial data implemented in the project with JICA can be used in this cloud-native technology. Okay. So we have 2 different versions, and we try to do some demo if possible, but yeah. So this is a kind of typical OSM-based vector tile site, but of course focusing on Dili, the capital of Timor-Leste. So we created this kind of vector tile-based base map, and I think we have also DEM. So we can create a 3D visualization So this kind of technology can be implemented from Raspberry Pi hosted at home. And I created this demonstration site by making use of generative AI. So that is one thing. And another thing is more realistic. Okay. Implementation. So that means we created the real data we developed in collaboration with each other. Yeah, I think. Sorry. Yes. So this is what our colleagues in CNDG have developed with some support from a consultant by Japan International Cooperation Agency. So yes, from satellite images, CNDG have developed this data, including contour line data. And by making use of generative AI, I think I take only a kind of 1 or 2 hours to implement this website and host it from Raspberry Pi. And yes, we are trying to demonstrate what can be done if in maybe near future, CNDG requires some need to meet some clients' requirement about providing data in a cloud-native format, maybe to the public or otherwise provide that kind of server service for the government clients. Okay, so that is some demonstration. Okay, yes. So that means we are making use of FOSS4G technology, especially tested from UN Smart Maps group. I'm a member of the Smart Maps group. We make use of these two technology, portable web and generative AI. And of course, because it's open source, everything is open to public through, in this case, GitHub. And yes, actually, this UN Smart Maps group is working under the UN OpenJS initiative. This initiative is have 2 purposes. One purpose is to contribute to the UN operation by providing some open source GIS bundle. But we have another important purpose to provide capacity building to the developing countries. So under this OpenJS initiative, I'm working on this UN Smart Maps group, and as a kind of some experiment inside JICA, we are collaborating with our friend from CNDG to test this technology can be used in the future. Okay, do you want to explain? Okay. So in conclusion, so at first, we introduced CNDG. CNDG is a mapping, will be the mapping authority of Timor-Leste in probably near future. And yes, I tested cloud-native web map experiment in addition to the kind of official project. And yes, these sites are open source in GitHub, and we are working, at least I'm working under the UN OpenJS initiative so that we can make use of this technology for anyone who would like to use this kind of technology or services. Okay, so that concludes our presentation, and yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Hidenori, yes, and Ernesto. Anyone have any questions? You actually were very on time. You still had like 10 minutes for the talk. So anyone has any questions for the speakers? Yes.
My name is Ron. Thank you, Ernesto and Hidenori, for your great presentation. my first question is about the Raspberry Pi server. How many nodes? How did you set it up? The hardware and so on. And then the other one, it's more of like forward-looking. Say what kind of use cases you like to support using the web mapping application. Will you allow the public to say download a parcel from that web application to see the boundaries of their properties and things like that? Thank you.
So may I answer from Japanese perspective, and maybe Ernest will answer from Timor-Leste perspective. So our perspective, at first, the technical specification of Raspberry Pi. We are using Raspberry Pi 4B. So we bought it maybe about 5 years ago, and we are making use of Raspberry Pi 4B to work as a server by adding some USB SSD. Okay. And that is I feel that is enough for this kind of service, providing static data. Okay. And yes, what about the use case? So from our perspective from Japan side, so yeah, web map service for the use in the government. Yes, from JICA side, we found that in many countries, they have geoportal, and sometimes they are hosted by maybe statistics agency or other kind of agency, which is not a kind of specialized agency for geospatial. So if we can provide this kind of geospatial information as a package, like pmtiles package, it will reduce the kind of burden for our client, like statistic agency, to make use of this kind of geospatial information, like base map information. And regarding will you allow the copy of all the data? From our side, I think JICA side and technology side, I have some experience in running the web map of National Mapping Agency of Japan, and from technical perspective, we welcome copy everything to the client side, because if our client, our partner agency, copy all the data to their server, that means we reduce the burden of hosting the service. So at least in the case of a Japanese mapping agency, we welcome. Please copy it everything to your side. And one successful story is with Japanese meteorological agency. So in Japanese meteorological agency, they provide the meteorology data with our base map, topographic base map. And because it's a kind of weather forecast, they have a lot of clients. They have a lot of users accessing. And we discussed with each other and found that National Mapping Agency cannot pay for the server fee for meteorological agency. So from that experience, yes, I think copying everything is something we need to welcome. But of course, we have a different kind of aspect, cultures. So that is one example. Okay. Okay. Some addition is that from this UN Smart Maps project, we intentionally open the way to copy the pmtiles data because naturally this is working on very small server, and so that using the same logic, if someone can copy it, welcome. So that is my side. Okay, your side.
Okay, thank you for the question. I will not go for the Raspberry Pi because it's very technical stuff. So I'll just go for the how users can copy or download the data. Under the government, usually we have kind of different regulations for different kind of institution or countries. But I think in Timor-Leste, currently we are trying to publish the data. You know, the pmtiles is it's already client-side or pre-generated data for client to use. So I think if we publish the pmtiles, then definitely users will download it. Without our knowledge, they will download it. So that's why under the CNDG, only publicly accessible data that we will use for this kind of thing. But those data that still we can consider it as a confidential or still government-owned data, then we might not publish it on the using pmtiles. Because, you know, pmtiles is client-side pre-generated data. So I think that's it. Thank you.
Any more questions? We have time for one more question, if anyone is interested in knowing a little bit more. Yes, no? I just want maybe one small, very small question. Because you are hosting the pmtiles, yes, on your own servers, but where is the, or what is hosting all the other data, the LIDAR, for example, and all those other data? Is also on the Raspberry Pi server, or are you hosting it in a like a geoportal for the let's say the entire country, and what is the technology behind it?
So in my case, all the data for this experiment is hosted in a single Raspberry Pi. So we are not using other kind of professional level server because it's just an experiment. So thank you.
Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you again, Hidenori and Ernesto. One big applause, please, for the speakers.